What happened between Suge and Akon?
Suge and Akon.
Didn't it start with Suge wanted some money for a producer?
Yeah. So this is what happened. I actually had a deal with this guy named Detail. I had started back hanging around Suge about in 2008, 2009. This is when I had like a 10 album deal or 10 song deal with Detail. And so what I did, I was back around Suge and I was just telling him how, yeah, I got this producer, Detail, who had just did One Wish with Ray J and all of that. So Suge was like, yeah. And so I started bringing Detail around and we started having Detail because he had his own little studio in Glendale. And we had Detail doing a little work for us, doing little things. So Suge, of course, he took a liking to Detail. Detail, of course, took a liking to Suge and all of that. And so now we heard that Detail went and signed a deal with Akon. And so I'm like, okay. Well, okay, nigga, you still gonna do those songs you owe for me whenever I need them. But that ain't good enough for sure. Oh no, that's your producer. That nigga gonna pay us. They gonna pay us, He was on that mode then because, he was in bankruptcy court and he was kind of doing bad. And so that's when he was trying to, start pushing up on Akon. Akon pretty much was told him, like, okay, man, we'll work it out. Let's get with Detail and we'll work it out. And so I guess Suge saw him and bumped into him at Super Bowl weekend in Arizona. And he was talking head and coming at him, but he by himself. Because now he ain't got his crew like he did. See, there's a different, everybody always talking about, well, Suge ain't that tough. He got knocked out. That was 2006, 2007, 2008 Suge. 93, 94, 95, Suge. 96, he wouldn't have did that too. But my point is, he wasn't walking up to that dude. That dude socked him right dead between his eyes and knocked his ass out. Akon bodyguard. So that's what that was about.
Okay, and then after that, what happens?
Okay, yeah. And then after that, of course, he catch Akon brother Boo at a recording studio in Hollywood because now he's looking for him. And I heard he got him in there and pretty much had him stripped down like he liked to do. Got him and had that dude running down Sunset or Hollywood Boulevard, wherever they were, at the recording studio, chasing him. And that's when I get into why I believe Suge got shot into at One Oaks. Because after that is when they went and, I think, hired the T-Money dude to go and get Suge. Which Suge's whole thing is, it was Dre. But I really believe it was Akon or Akon brother Boo that hired T-Money to do that to Suge. Which, I ain't gonna give T-Money too much credit, even though they tell me he's a writer. But it's obvious he was scared. Because to shoot that man at that close range and not kill him, and where he shot him at, it was obvious a bunch of nerves kicked in on him.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the middle of a club. There's probably all types of people watching. It is Suge Knight. You kind of don't know. There could be shooters around Suge Knight. He really doesn't know.
Yeah.
So it happened. He was really close to him when it happened.
Correct.
What happens right afterwards? Because I think I seen video of Suge just walking out the club.
Pretty much walked out the club and got in the gurney, went to the hospital.
And the guy that did it ended up getting caught for it, right?
Got caught, but, Suge didn't tell. Suge, he was trying to tell. That's what most people don't know. That was his major defense for the whole Straight Outta Compton saying it was all a setup, was because he really believed that Dre, Dr. Dre, and he really believes this, is the one that paid for that incident to happen to him at the One Oaks. That Dre was trying to hire someone to have him shot and killed.
Did Suge ever send any goons to 50 Cent's video?
It wasn't Suge's crew, but another crew did push up on Spider Loc was telling that story. That's who was telling that story. That's a question for Spider Loc. I heard him tell that story. Well, Spider Loc said that's how him and 50 Cent became good friends or got a relationship because some guys was pressing on 50 and he gave him the phone as if you got a phone call, somebody wanted to holler at you, and 50 Cent got a chance to walk away from him, but he was getting pressed by some dudes from LA. But I don't believe it was none of Suge's crew.
Okay. But now that you're starting to move around and starting to feel a little bit better, what all are you working on?
Well, of course, I'm always going to do live streams just to get my feel of what's going on, keep my post to the ground on Bomb First with my boy John. But I'm also doing something with the digital Soapbox network, which is owned by Doggy Diamond on the East Coast and my boy Norman Steele, which also put out Gangster Chronicles. Be doing some things with Alex Alonso and his podcast, and my own podcast called Both Sides of the Fence by Reggie Wright Jr. So y'all keep a lookout for that. And that'll be coming out on the digital soap opera, I call it soap opera, but Soapbox network. And so stay tuned to that and be looking out for that. Norman and James will also be appearing on that show periodically. But the original Gangster Chronicles is Reggie, either James, either Norman or Alex. But Gangster Chronicles, as y'all know today, will still be in the same tack with Norman, MC8, and James.
Okay. Man, that's what's up, man. I'm glad to see you back doing, getting going, man.
I'm getting better day by day. And by the first of the year, I should be back to normal.
That's what's up, man.
Appreciate your support, Cam. Keep up the good work. Been checking out a lot of your interviews. Since I've been going the last 2 years, I've seen your channel was really growing and popping. So congrats to you too, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the time, man. Whatever you need, feel free to hit me up. If I can,
oh, yeah.
You
know me, I'm an open book. Anybody call and ask me to hang with them and talk, I'm there for them.
There it is, bro.
All right. Appreciate you, Cam. Yes, sir.